Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. My name is Albert, and yesterday I showed you how I found a new trick to try and keep my propagations separate and thriving in an area till I can transfer them to a different area, bigger spot. If you watched the video, I did that. I still have to finish the rest of the box, but we put little baby string of turtles that are actually vining into moss, and once that has been in there for a while and you see the roots reach down to the bottom and start to circle, then it's okay to transfer. It's up to you. You can keep it in there longer, you can transfer it, really doesn't matter. But here is a follow-up to that. This is a philodendron mayoi. Maybe you can see from that leaf there, it's a little more mature. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but in a video a while back, I got this cutting and it came with the extra node that was sticking up beyond it over here. So I chopped that off and propagated both of them. This just had this one leaf here, so it wasn't very big or anything. Sorry about the dog, she's playing in her little house. And of course, she's got to wait till I start filming. And you can see it is in moss in here still, so this is what do you do when you plant it? So I just get a container that's a little bit larger. This has been in here for actually probably a month or two, maybe longer. But it definitely is growing. Like I said, it didn't have none of these leaves, so this whole whip here with the 5-6 leaves is new. Just get a container that's bigger, deeper, and wider than what you have it in, just like anything else. Get some soil and throw it on the bottom. Now remember to always try and compact your soil if you're not using moist potting soil, because it will go up in the air and cause a lung infection, or can. So try to be careful whenever possible. Now this I'm just going to turn upside down and get out of the pot. Hopefully it's that easy. Now it looks like we got most of the root ball. So that's not bad. I think I'm going to add a little bit more soil to this because that would be kind of low there. And I do add a little bit of fertilizer, granular fertilizer, to my soil. So you can see some of the little chunks in there are. It's not necessary because if you're buying good quality soil, it is made with compost, so it should have some life-giving attributes to it to begin with. But it works for me, so that's what I do. I don't tell other people to do it. Just like I've said before, do what works for you. Here's my pot with extra soil, and I'm just going to try and be clean this time. Fold it over. Oh, sorry for hitting the camera. See, I try and be clean, and then I'm an animal in other ways. So just like anything else, just consider the moss, the root ball, and fill it in with soil around it. Now, with these type of philodendron, most that morph or change as they grow, they want to grow up something. If they grow down or start to hang or bend, the size of the leaf and the characteristics will start to change. It will lose the fringing, it can lose the fenestrations, it will lose size and sometimes color. So I have one of our little dowels that I made in a previous video here, and just as gently as you can feed it down to the bottom. And see, I'm gonna have to tie it, but you get the idea. There's a little pole for it to grow on for a bit. It'll probably another couple months if it continues at the rate it's going now. And yeah, it's potted up. Now, when you do this, you will have to water it down, and sometimes I like to put soil on the top of the moss, especially the nice loose one, because when you water it down, it's going to take it into the little gaps in the moss, and you might have to top it off a couple times after this. every couple waterings maybe, or just do a real nice heavy water after you pot this to make sure you get as much of those gaps filled in down there. Don't push too hard because you don't want to break the roots, but it is okay if it does experience a little bit of shock. Transplant shock is something that happens, especially when switching growing medias. So don't get discouraged, don't freak out. If you can, supply it a little extra humidity. I've seen that helps greatly. I have a big propagation box that I'll probably throw this in for a few days just to make sure it looks alright and is doing okay. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight as to what you can do with the moss in your root ball when you start propagations. Have a great day. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. It is appreciated.